I haven't been out in a while. The sun is already out? Oh, okay. Just one last experiment, and then we can get some rest. Last one, I promise. Ah! Go ahead. What was that? Oh, it's gone.
Why I still fall back to you?
What up, nerds? This is Should You Play, and today we're talking about Sucrose. So to start off, I'm gonna put the artifacts that I have for her currently, because honestly, she is one of the very few that I actually farmed for. But I'll do this for all the characters. I'll try my best to put on whatever I have that's good on them. Again, this series isn't about power or artifacts or what you should use. I'm just showing you because I know people are interested in what I'm using, but as you can tell in the videos, I'm not really pumping out big numbers. It's about having fun, enjoying the game, enjoying who you play. So I enjoy playing Sucrose so much. She's actually one of my favorite character models. It was Noelle. Noelle's still really up there. I love the way Noelle looks. She's great. I know a lot of people think she's boring and bland, but I like boring and bland. It's okay. But Sucrose is really nice looking. I like the character model. I like the voice. I could see how people might throw them off a little bit. She's very soft spoken, very sweet, and I don't know, I just enjoy the voice actor. Did a great job on it. So I try to run around with her as much as possible. The colors are great, her animations are fantastic, everything about her playstyle is really good. Now, she's not necessarily a main DPS, she is a burst. She's almost like a mage, like she comes in, she dumps her load, and she gets off the field. You can use her for that. She can auto attack. Her swirls do proc still, so if you want to do some weaving between some type of element and then her doing a swirl, you can get some damage. It's not optimal, but if you're doing it for fun, because that's what we're all about here, then go for it, enjoy yourself. Basically what she does, she comes in, she uses her E. Her E is going to generate a lot of energy for ultimate. She could be used for either a battery, or she can absorb the elemental particles herself to build up her ult. It does a large AoE that gravitates everything to the center and has a pretty large radius as well to do that, and then just keeps exploding them into the air. It can absorb an element and then also continuously swirl, and all while that's happening, you can then also use your E to continuously pump out more damage the whole time that it's out there. It's so much fun, it's so satisfying, and honestly, I wish the group I had her in right now was a lot stronger. It's my second strongest group. It's the one that I use in Abyss. It's the one that I use to get to 4-9. But it's still not there. It needs a little bit more work. Teams she excels in are teams where somebody, it doesn't matter who or what type it is, but somebody can constantly get some type of element out. If you're running, for instance, a melt build with Bennet or Chongyun, you're gonna have frost up a lot of the time. So even if your focus is Bennet and Chongyun, you can still use Sucrose, because the ice effect from Chongyun is going to be up a lot. Even with the fact that Bennet can constantly pump out his E, you could still have the opportunity to weave Sucrose in there. So anything like that, anyone that can get some elements up that is not going to be absorbed right away, or just kind of sitting out there until you're waiting for a cooldown to absorb it, if that's what you're doing, that's where Sucrose excels. She can come in, She can absorb that. She's really good with like a Kaching, Chongyun, Bennet, Lisa. She's good with Lisa because all over anyone that auto attacks, any mage that can auto attack an element is phenomenal with her because they're always putting up an element and she could just weave in, use her ability, knock everything up in the air, or use her ult and gather everything up. And it's just so fun. It's so satisfying. It makes you feel like you're doing something because you're constantly just dipping in and out of your characters and you're setting up big bursts and you just see big colorful numbers going off left and right, bodies flying everywhere. It's an absolute massacre, but it is also an absolute blast to do. And I can't imagine a time where I don't have her in one of my parties. I'll even sneak her into the main party sometimes just to use her, just because. I do have another main party. I know she wasn't in my main party in the video that I made, but since that time I made a couple of decisions to not chase after the floor 12 with my main account, so that team kind of became open-ended, and the more and more I tend to level all my characters up, there's really no such thing, and I don't really think there's going to be such thing as a main group. I mean, they're all going to be at relative power. Obviously, artifacts will dictate who's the main DPS, but with characters like Sucrose who really don't need a lot of love, they can still come out and do their job. They're phenomenal characters because as long as you have your max resources on one DPS that's going to actually go in there and do the big bulk of the damage, these support characters really don't need that much. They just need a little bit of love for the most part, and then they're just good to go. They're going to do what they need to do and benefit your main DPS. Once you have that foundation of a main DPS, you can literally just surround them with whatever you want, and you can create these fun, unique teams that just keep you interested. And Sucrose will always be a phenomenal addition to that process because she can go with absolutely any group. So that's Sucrose. Hopefully you guys enjoy her as much as I do. Give her a shot. She's an absolute blast. Knocking people up in the air and seeing all the colorful colors, I'm a sucker for it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoy it. I appreciate you all so much. Later.